about finding suitable ways of maintaining my competence if it's not about attending lectures anymore?
Well, with learning and development, basically, if we were to look at the way the brain works, there's all different ways in which we can learn. So if you're not fixed on having to do so many hours of lectures, then the world's your oyster. How would you like to learn? What is a good way for you to learn? So if you're commuting every day, you might like to listen to podcasts because you can stick them in your earphones and off you go on the train. It could be that you want a mixture of how to do something as much as reading about it. So you want to practice it. So then you might look for particular types of event. So rather than going to a lecture, you might go to a workshop, or you might ask in a firm someone to oversee what you're doing or mentor you. So it could be that you could say, well, I've got to develop some technical know-how. It's actually quite basic. I use a computer, but I don't know how to use this software very well. I'm going to go and talk to the IT people and say, can I have some slots where you supervise what I'm doing? Maybe only half an hour, maybe it's a discussion. And then I'm going to really practice that, and so I can get better at it. It could be a whole new thing about social media. There are different courses you can find online just to learn about what that tool's all about, how you could make it work for your career. So basically there's so many different ways in which you can find information, and a lot of people now train using social media. So they find out about articles and things that someone else has recommended, someone they trust. So this is why LawSkills tweets a lot, why we put things on LinkedIn, so that our followers can have quick information when we think of something, or an in-detailed review that we thought about and we've posted on social media. There's also the opportunity to do things completely differently. So for example, if you as an individual know you've got to have leadership skills because you're managing a team and you happen to be involved in another kind of work, so for example you're a scout leader or you're in the OTS or something like that, so you've got something else outside of work that interests you but actually also has leadership skills in it, you might embark on doing one of their qualifications where the skills are transferable into your work. It could be that you're a part-time football coach and you realise that coaching is a really important way to bring your colleagues on at work. So you can use some of the techniques you've learnt from that, some of the examples. You see what I mean? So you've got to start looking so much wider at what makes you a really good lawyer doing things at your business. And that might have a whole raft of other things. So search on the internet, ask places like LawSkills what's available, get someone to do an analysis. Perhaps if you're in a big firm, a HR department would be able to help you. And so you can find different tools to really get what you want.